Hello, I'm Rob Waldron, the MD of Integrity Financial Associates. I've been in the protection industry for 10 years and I'm always surprised at how many new clients I see that don't know what they've got cover for, what it means to them, what it can and cannot do, what their policy number is, and most importantly, how to make a claim. As a result, many people have asked me to produce some guides to this, and this is the first one, a general guide to insurance. So many times I get told I want the cheapest one, or the guy said this is cheap and I found a cheaper deal. But cheapest isn't always best. Let's think about that for a minute. If you were doing a charity skydive and had to buy your own parachute, would you buy the one the man in the shop recommended to you, or would you pick up one from the bargain bin under the luminous orange sign saying cheap parachutes? Price is only relevant when you're comparing two identical items. When it comes to insurance, it's about getting the best possible cover for the best value. So let's look at the things that you should keep an eye out for. Number one, who is recommending the product? Number two, why are they recommending the product? And three, what am I covered for? Who is recommending it? Let's break this down a bit. By this I mean, is the person recommending it offering products from a single provider? Are they limited to a set number of companies, or are they independent? If they're not independent, how can you be sure you're getting the best product or products to suit your needs? The person or company you're dealing with should have given you an initial disclosure document stating these things. If you haven't, you really should ask why they have not. You may also want to look at what qualifications the person recommending the products has got. Why are they recommending it? Is it part of a broad plan to protect you and your family, or just to cover a specific debt or level of income? A consultant will do just that with you. Consult about your current situation, needs and wants. They should really provide you with a written documentation of why they have recommended the plans and how it relates to you. How did they arrive at that or those policies? If not, ask them, why not? A good consultant will carry out a fact find, which will enable them to assess your current situation and if you have any gaps in your protection needs. They will then highlight these to you and discuss the impact of not being covered could have on you. What am I covered for? This might sound obvious, but think about it. Do you know what you're covered for right now? If you've recently changed from one provider to a cheaper one, are you covered for the same things? Will it pay out when you need it to? What other benefits do I get? And how long will it pay out for? Is it enough? Following on from this, as a side note, have you ever been churned? Churning is the process of constantly moving clients from one provider to another for no real reason. If someone is recommending that you cancel or change your policy, ask them why. What will you gain by changing? And more importantly, what will you lose? If you're unsure about what you're exactly covered for, then ask. It's not much to, is it? After all, you're the one paying the premium. You should have been provided with a key facts document, which will cover the policy details in full. If you're still having difficulties or uncertainties, then speak to an independent protection advisor who will be able to guide you through what you have. So rather than thinking about the cost and how cheap it is, next time why not look at the benefit and the real value of the plan? If you're on a tight budget, tell the consultant and they can look at alternative solutions for you. When you take out a new plan, make sure you keep the policy documents safe and secure. After all, these will be needed in the event of a claim. Some people make up a folder with all the important information clearly printed out, such as provider, plan number, contact details. After all, it may not be you calling to make that claim. It's also worth remembering that although price comparison websites will compare the price, they won't always tell you about the real benefits of the plan. A good consultant will do this for you. Before you sign on the dotted line, think for a moment. Who is recommending this? Why are they recommending this? And what will you be covered for? In this series of guides, I will be talking about specific products such as life assurance and critical illness cover later on, as well as the importance of trusts. In the meantime, if you'd like to know more, feel free to get in contact with me. Rob Waldron, Integrity Financial Associates.